Hi ladies, well I hope you had a great day yesterday. Maybe you got to spend some time with family, maybe you got to do an activity. I know my brother and sister-in-law were out of town over the weekend and through yesterday, traveled back yesterday. So I just hope you had a great holiday and ready to get back into the swing of things today. Our verse for today is Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 20 and 21. Where no wood is, there the fire goeth out. So where there is no talebearer, the strife ceaseth. As coals are to burning coals, and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. You know, I'm sure we all have memories of either maybe a fireplace or cooking or a barbecue, some kind of memory about that has to do with fire. I remember last summer we were gonna barbecue for the family, and my mom and I decided we were gonna start the barbecue early, get the coals going. She's shaking her head at me right now. We were gonna get the coals going so that they would be hot, they would be ready when my dad got home, and he could just, put everything on the grill. But I've never started a barbecue before. I cook inside, not outside. And my mom, we were a little bit unsure of what we were doing. She would rather have the propane grills, and so we got out there, we put the coals in, put some lighter fluid, and she would take the lighter and she'd put it close and she'd, I don't know, and she would get a little closer and, I don't know, I'm too scared. And we finally, sorry, she's making fun of me, we finally got it lit, and then the flames went up and it scared us both to death. We thought maybe we had done something wrong. We thought, oh my goodness, the flames are too high, we're gonna burn down the back patio area. My dad got home about that time. He's like, no, everything's normal, everything's fine. But, if we think about it, I'm sure we all have some type of memory that involves fire. And in order for a fire to provide warmth, to cook, whatever we need it to do, we have to add wood to it. And the more wood we add, the hotter and the brighter it burns. And if we don't add anything to that fire, it goes out. Well, here we're talking about contention and problems. The more you add, the harder it's going to be. The more that you add your complaining, the more that you add your worry and your struggles and your opinions, it can oftentimes make the situation worse. A lot of times, the best solution is to be quiet. And so today we're just looking at very quickly here, are we putting the fire out in our life? Are we being quiet? Are we providing biblical wisdom? Or are we constantly giving our opinion and constantly voicing our complaints and our troubles and our sorrows and arguing and just back and forth? Is that the kind of attitude that we have? Are we stirring up the fire? Are we adding to it? Are we making things easier, or are we making things more difficult? Are we only coming up with problems, or are we finding solutions to fix that? And so today, ladies, I just want to encourage you, just like that fire, we put everything on it, we got it going, and it had a really good blaze on it. The more you add, the more trouble and more worries and more complaints that you add, the bigger that fire is going to get. And the bigger it gets, the harder it is to contain. And so we need to learn to be very cautious in adding to that fire. We need to be very careful in making sure that we are putting it out. Let's put out those fires before they become too difficult to handle. Put the fires out before you start complaining and before you start adding to it. Today I would like for you to comment done if you finished reading chapter 26, and then also maybe you have a fire memory. I know if we kept going, I could tell many stories about different things that have happened in my family with fire, fire-related stories. So maybe you have a funny story or a comment that you can add to our comments just to kind of brighten up our day a little bit. And then for our prayer request today, I'd like for us to pray for our church families. Let's just ask God to continue to bless and continue to provide and to continue to be with our health, and just so thankful for the faithfulness of our church families. We thank you, and we love you, and we can't wait to be together this Sunday. So we are looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you, ladies.